If I have these headphones on, you already know I'm gonna be talking some ish. Hey, hello, hi, how are ya? How are we feeling? Hello, hey. How are you doing? Drink your water. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Okay, testing, testing. Can you hear me? Are we in the building? Hope so. We'll see. I'm new to this, okay? I'm new to this side of technology, but I obviously want to give you guys the best quality possible. As you can see by the title of this video, we are getting into the Ace family lore. And if you don't know what the Ace family is and you're still here, welcome. Nice to see you. Glad you're here because I'm going to try to explain it obviously on my POV of things, my point of view of things, but also I want to make sure that even if you don't know the Ace family, you still are in tune with what I'm talking about because it is tea, it is lore, it is spicy drama, messy, which I'm very heartbroken about because, and I am honestly the perfect person to be talking about this because I am an Ace Family day one fan. Very early into their YouTube career, I found them and loved their whole whatever. I looked up to them. I looked up to them as a family, as creators, as YouTubers. So it's very heartbreaking to see how things are going down. If you don't know who the Ace family is, I'm going to kind of try to sum it up really quick, but pretty much they are a social media YouTube family, used to be together, happy, millions and millions of subscribers. When I discovered them, it actually was when I was sick one day and I was like calling out of school like 4 days in a row or something. So I was just binge watching them and I became absolutely obsessed with them and their whole idea. And they really were setting the mark of being that perfect family that everyone wants to watch because it just makes you happy, sets you away from reality for a little bit kind of vibe. They ate that. When they were in their prime, I was waiting every week for their video, right? Like I was fully invested. And then they also had basketball charity events, which we'll get into, that I also at one point was literally trying to figure out a way to go because I was that much of a fan and I wanted to meet that family that bad. Just know I was a big Ace family member, okay? So there's Austin, Catherine, husband and wife, Elle, Alea, Steele, their 3 kids. Perfect, big, happy family. They started on YouTube with just the first child, Elle, then the rest came along. I hate to even get into the lore because honestly, I wish I was not here today talking about it because I supported and looked up to them so much that when all this drama was going down, it's been a week since the lore and drama has been going down, I have been heartbroken because you can tell how real and messy it is off camera and obviously now on camera. So they split up. How long ago has it been? I don't know, but they've split up now like a minute ago. They split up with not telling us pretty much what was going on. There were rumors going around that Austin was cheating. There were rumors on rumors going around of like what happened, what's going on. I kind of just accepted the fact that I'm like, we may never have the answers and you know what, that's okay. And then this week happened and we got honestly maybe a little too much than what I wanted to know. Catherine came out with a book. The actual book didn't come out yet, but the first 3 chapters did. The first chapter includes the allegations are true, Austin was cheating in our relationship, also giving further details on a specific time that at one of the basketball charity events, she had wondered who this girl was that was at the charity event and who invited her and da-da-da-da. And turns out on her side of the story, she's saying he did have someone there, like one of his mistresses, da-da-da-da, messy. That part, okay, we'll get to it. I'm trying to first give the basis of what's going on before I tell my viewpoint. So yeah, that's messy, right? Like, she knew what she was doing putting it out there, but like, it's her story to tell, period. Obviously, when that comes out, social media is going crazy. People are trying to put pieces and parts together to make the story make sense. Who is the mistress that he brought to the basketball charity event? Who were the people he was cheating on with? What was going on? Like, now that it's fully been true. And on top of that, obviously, Mr. Austin McBroom, Mr. Austin McBroom himself has his own piece to say, respectively. Sure. But what this man comes out to say is what is so beyond me. Honestly, if you're Team Austin at any point in this, you should just leave this page now. That's where we're at, and that's on everything. So Austin obviously had his piece to say, because he's like, no, because guys, if you watched Austin's side already and you're here, you know why I'm laughing. After Austin obviously had his piece to say and whatever, Catherine did speak on what he said, which was also tea. Here's the video.
Guys, I never expected to be here today to talk to you guys what I'm about to get ready to talk to you guys about. I never wanted to talk about this.
Because mind you, if you guys don't know, this was like years ago that this has happened. So that's the only reason why he's like, oh my God, this is getting brought up now, da 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 da.
I'm feeling all type of emotions right now. I'm sad.
Okay.
I feel that I've been blindsided.
No, and it's not that his emotions are valid. It's just the way it's coming across is so like inconsiderate in a way, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're saying all these emotions, but you're like, it's just giving script.
What you guys have seen for the past year and a half, Catherine and I have the best co-parenting situation that any parent can ever ask for. We actually have a better relationship now than we did when we were married. I look at Catherine as a best friend. Someone that I talk to every day, not just about kids, but about life. I just wanted to definitely play that part because I think it's very important how he starts his whole spiel off with Catherine and I had the best co-parenting situation. I think we've had our best relationship within the last year. Like, things are so good. Like, we are so good. She is so good. Just keep that. If you're going to keep anything from that video or from this video in mind, keep that in mind, okay? Over her house, bringing the kids pizza, not just the kids, but her and her boyfriend pizza. We were all sitting in her living room eating the pizza, laughing and
eating the pizza,
and then
with the pizza of the pizza
of her book comes out, and it talks about how I'm a terrible person and how I was a terrible husband.
I mean,
not once did she ever come to me and talk to me about this book. Yes, I was aware she was writing this book for the past however long, and I actually congratulated her when I first found out she was writing a book, because obviously I had no idea what the book was about.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it right there. Maybe she should have definitely talked to him about it. She doesn't owe him that necessarily, but okay, also guys, talking about this relationship right now is very sensitive for me because I am also going through a lot with relationship status and da-da-da-da. I'm not going to get into it. Next video, stay tuned. So when I'm talking about it, it's kind of giving deja vu in a way and it's scaring me, but we're going to keep going, okay? We're going to persevere. Yeah, but I don't know. I think she probably should have talked to him about it and maybe like gave him a heads up, but at the same time, it's her story to tell regardless. She doesn't need his opinion weighing on how to portray it because it's her story.
For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Catherine recently just released a snippet of her book that she wrote alongside a professional author that helped her write this book. She did not tell the full truth. I don't know about you guys, but I find it very odd that the first chapter of her book is about me and how I was a terrible person and a terrible husband, when this book is supposed to be an autobiography about her life. It could have been about anything else. She talks about her family in the book. She talks about ayahuasca. She talks about her new guy. But she wanted to use me in this snippet to reel everybody in for clickbait and to monetize from the book.
Are you not monetizing this 30-minute long Snapchat story that you're posting? First of all, starting off from the get-go, like, I know obviously it's very defensive because he's very unhappy with how the book is portraying him, even though that's the character you played, babe. That's the character you played in life, and now you're mad that it's out. Anywho, I just think it's funny that he's like, oh, like, why am I the first chapter just so she could exploit me and monetize her book? Babe, it's not about you, okay? Like, the picture is bigger than that. Let's read in between the lines. Also, the biggest part of her life is the Ace family, like, that we are in tune with and that we are all wondering what happened. And yes, maybe it should have been them together, like, telling why, but it maybe would never have came off as genuine or as truthful if she just didn't go and do it herself. Because also, obviously, Austin doesn't want his business out there because it's not good business, but it's also like, that's what you were doing, and here we are today.
Hey, my name is not Dolores.
This man is a comedian.
That's definitely not how she started.
This man is literally a comedian, and I swear he did this comically on purpose.
Reason why I say a setup is because when we went through our separation and we decided to announce it to the world, her and I were trying to figure out, I felt the best way of doing it was coming out with a YouTube video together, her and I side by side. She didn't want to do that. So it left me with no choice but to make my own video. I basically exposed myself. And it's crazy because I still have that video today, which I'm going to show you guys right now.
Before we even get into him making his own video or whatever, I just want to say what I'm going to say is very important. And just based on what you guys are seeing so far, and put yourself in his shoes. Put yourself in his shoes. If this was you and your ex-wife, who you continuously cheated on, it is known that she knew, doesn't make it right. And I'm already gonna say that to you, Austin McBroom. It does not make it right to be cheating if she knew about your cheating, because that's just a very manipulative, toxic situation that, like, you guys clearly weren't on the same page. It's clearly written all over her face, because honestly, when I was watching them back when, like, I could tell things, you know, whatever, I was very much in denial as a viewer, but I could tell, like, girly was not okay. Girly was going through it. I don't know how much I wasn't just not recording, but your ex-wife speaking on how bad you were as a husband and how, like he said, how bad I was as a husband. It should be to take accountability, apologize to the internet, because your business is already out there. Before she even had her piece to say, your business was already out there. There was many influencers, girls coming out, stories coming out about you cheating and whatnot, and like, she took it to the chin. She stayed quiet. You guys both stay quiet, obviously. So it's like, now that she's finally coming out and saying her story and saying her side, it's just crazy to me that his first thing to do is to jump on Snapchat and to react the way he's reacting, because it's just like, this is not your story, baby, to tell. This is not how you act. This is not how you act. This is not giving decent human being. Because if you were a decent human being, you would take your accountability, be like, yep, these were true, and like, I am a changed person now. I'm trying to grow from that now. Whether she knew or not, I should not. And he kind of did, but the way he tries to like quickly bounce back, well, like, oh, she's crazy. Babe, it's not about that right now. You can very much tell that side or whatever you want at a later time, but like, right now is not the time.
I did make this video. It caused me to seek it elsewhere. It caused me to make bad decisions. Admit I failed as a husband. So, as you guys can see, it was 30 minutes of the video of me just exposing myself. And I obviously shared that video with her to get her approval before posting it. And long story short, she didn't want me to post it.
Okay. If he would have just left it at that, that would have gave him some credibility. Like, okay, at least you were trying to take accountability. At least you were spilling your truth as is. But he took it one step too far.
And this is what she had to say about it. Also want you guys to know that I'm going to have receipts throughout this entire video. And the reason why I have some of these receipts is because I knew that one day there was a possibility of something like this happening. And you guys have seen it time and time again, where couples break up and there's always some sort of exposing. And so I just wanted to be able to have my own truth just in case something like this happened, which was the day after I filmed this video. And this was her response on why.
Boring.
But do I have to worry about like you like saying something like after or stuff?
So I'm basically asking her, like, what is okay for me to say?
Oh, are you?
She showed me her statement that she had.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I had no say in that. You're doing what you want to do. Am I allowed to do what I want to do?
No, it's just say.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Like say what you said in your video. I just think the video would have been you would have had a lot of backlash. I think this way is much more organic.
So as you heard what she said that if I was going to release this video, I would get a lot of backlash. And what is happening now?
It's not about you getting backlash. It's about her telling her story. And sadly, Austin, you being a bad husband is part of the story. Sadly, that's the truth. And you know what? She has every right to talk about it, bring it up whenever she wants, because that is her sad reality. At the end of the day, it's a sad reality that you created for her. Good job. I want to punch this man in the face. He gets me so heated with this video. I just can't believe this man. And what are you doing recording your wife back then? That is shady. That is super shady. You're getting these pieces and parts just in case, like you have trust issues because you're a dirty ass.
You didn't want me to put this video out because you didn't want me to get backlash. Then what's happening now? So again, I felt set up because she didn't want me to expose myself back then. We were going through a separation a year and a half ago. She wanted to expose me and save it for her book when her book came to receive monetary value.
This is so crazy to me that this is his first big statement or any statement since the book got released. Like, he couldn't even have a moment of like, I'm sorry, like I did do the things I did. Not all of it is true, and I'll say my piece when there's time. Like, let her cook a little, let her have a moment for a second, 1 second, because genuinely, like, the book came out either that day or the day before, and then he was right on that Snapchat to get that monetized 30-minute long video to get that moolah and to talk trash on her as ex-wife.
And now I'm basically just asking her if it's okay for me to tell how I feel in my side of the story.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Because now I'm finally.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, but I'm saying I'm glad you're saying that,
But I do.
so you don't have to keep reverting back to.
But I do agree. What you're saying is that you don't want to feel like you're being attacked in any way, or like I'm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep worried about you,
I don't want to.
Because my concern was that, is she going to keep bringing me up time and time again for however long? So I'm asking her, hey, if you're going to continue to do this, then I'm
Like, and what a sneaky, where are you recording this? You have this, like, it really rubs me the wrong way. It really rubs me the wrong way that, like, you're recording a private conversation, like, you're being weird, like, you're using it as verbatim later on, and what you're worried about her doing, like, bringing it up later on, this is literally you grabbing your little receipts to bring later on in case she says something. And it's like, you know what, Austin? Post the video. Let's post the video that you were gonna post of you crying and saying how bad you were a husband are and what you're accountable for. You know, that's what you should have done. What you should have done is be like, hey guys, like, some of this is true. I'm gonna post my side. I recorded this back when we were separating. I want to see the video that you're so, like, this is your one piece of evidence on how you were gonna expose yourself, please, because she already exposed you. So let's Let's see what you have to say for yourself. We're begging. We want it. We want it. And monetize it while you're at it, babe. Get your coin.
She talks about a specific event and a moment in that event to basically define my character, to show that that is proof that I had another girl there that I was supposedly talking to and I was cheating on her with. And that is not true at all.
The lie detector says, you are the father. Like, shut up. Like, literally, who is you? Who is you? Like, that's the way I'm losing my mind over this lore. My hair's falling out, and I'm also obviously going through my own ish. So it's really hitting home.
Why would I invite another girl there when this whole event is about my family? And this event is about me and Catherine's bond. Why would I want...
Okay. For those that don't know, for those that know, whatever. So like I was trying to say in the beginning of the video, there was a basketball charity event. There actually was two, but this is the second one that we're talking about. And in the book, she says he had brought someone there. And at one point, I don't know if it's true. At one point, I thought it was like I was 100%, and like there was this girl who said her whole side story, but that was another mistress on another occasion. But the one that's at the basketball charity event, I have yet to still proven if it's true. I don't know. Why would she make that up? Why? Like I don't have my own truth on, so like I could see both sides, but I just don't. With everything else being true, it's like, why would she lie about that? You know, and I feel like that's the only reason why he's trying to put that out there as like that's a lie is because it's the only like specific event that she's listing besides just overall saying that he's cheating. So maybe he just wants to completely write that off. But it's like, it makes sense. And everything else that she said and felt makes sense from the basketball charity event, because she said like how she didn't feel seen, and how like when their song on it was their intro, is their love song, he's looking at the crowd, he's da 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 da, but like she's right there looking at him, waiting to be seen by him, and he's just completely in his own world. And like, don't get me wrong, like, no, get me wrong, because like, no, I can also include videos from the basketball charity event so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about with the song, and like she's looking at him and he's just looking everywhere. And then at the end she also talks about how like they had their little speeches or whatever, and like she was held up against him for his little speech, and in the video you can see that you could just tell all over her face that like she doesn't know what she's gotten herself into with this man at this point. And so she's all hugged tight and he's saying his speech, and then he's like, do you want to say something? And then she says something, and as soon as she says something, he walks away. And he talks about it also in his side of things, and he's like, well, we were at an event, like there's not much to it. But no, but there is very much to it. Every move, whether in the moment you think it is or not, it is. And it's not necessarily that like, oh, you did that wrong. It's more just like, as human nature, like that's giving you're not invested in the relationship. Like in that at the basketball charity event, it was giving you were not invested in that relationship, you were invested in the crowd, the fans, and what that brought for you, not your relationship. Which she says in the book, she's like, and it's just crazy to me because it's like, this whole crowd is here for us. This whole crowd is here for what we've made together, like the love that we've created together. And that's just like, at this point, fake. At this point, nothing is real.
That girl, to see that, me hugging and kissing and grabbing my wife's ass. You guys didn't want to show these clips.
Okay. This is so infuriating. I'm so mad because every part of what he's saying is just like, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to keep my composure and keep it professional. But bro, literally, like, what's a picture? What's a picture at this point? Because your actions are speaking way louder. But, and one of his other mistresses, and, you know, like, whatever, he literally says to her, like, oh, like, we're just, me and my wife are just, for publicity, like, we're not actually together. So it's like, obviously those pictures are publicity, and it's like, it's just like crazy that he's pulling up as if that meant anything. Like, you can kiss on camera, you can like do like you can feel if it's love or if it's giving stage. And I feel like at that point, especially at the basketball charity event, was when things started to take a turn, or just around that era. Like, it might have been a little bit later that I felt it. Like, there was a switch where I was like, this is not giving how it used to give. Like, you could tell it wasn't as genuine. You could tell that they were not connected how they used to once be. Like, I don't know.
In this clip, it shows you that when I grab the mic to give my speech, my arm is completely around her the entire time. But you guys want to clip the part where I take a step away.
Again, I can't stress enough. Thank you for everyone who came out and supported us tonight. Thank you for everyone who watched the live stream. Like we always say, nothing will be possible without the A's family. We truly mean that.
My arm is completely around her the whole time.
Okay. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, but literally shut up, because and that's what she said, like, how it's funny how, like, when he has his speech, I'm right there for him, but when I have my speech, he walks away. And it's just crazy that he's even trying to make a point of that. It's just like, babe, like, take accountability. And he doesn't, I think he doesn't realize it, because it's beyond what's physically happening. She's fully there for them, but the moment she needs to speak, you're nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? With that, like, also with his arm being around and whatever, like, he's looking everywhere but what's around his arm.
When it comes to me stepping out of my marriage, I did. I 100% stepped out of my marriage. It was completely wrong for me to do it. I take full accountability. If I can go back and change it, I would. And I'm sorry for that. I truly am.
Okay. All right. Period.
But when it comes to her acting like she had no idea what was going on,
Whipped a few tears.
that is a complete lie.
Okay, maybe I'm not clear on this, but, like, she's not denying that she didn't know. It just doesn't make it right either way, Austin. Doesn't make it right either way.
I never knew what I was dealing with for a very long time.
So that makes it
I
right.
would come to her and I would voice how I feel about how I felt like I was getting no affection from her. There was a year period where we had no sex. And I would vent to
Okay, I'm sorry. I get everyone have needs, but, like, literally F you. Like, she's carrying your children. It's just, babe, it's part of life. Like, you kind of have to figure that out.
She stayed with me another 5-6 years after that. She continued to film every YouTube video with me after that. She even went as far as defending me, defending my name when people would ask her about me stepping out.
It's called manipulation. It's called manipulation. Have you ever had it on you? Have you ever tried it? Well, you've tried it. Has anyone never tried it on you? Hello? Get it together. Take your accountability and shut up. Period.
She even went as far as telling me that she was the reincarnated Virgin Mary.
Bruh, I cannot. I skipped ahead pretty far, but he's pretty much telling us about Catherine's spiritual journey, and that she once said she's the reincarnated Mary. I was gonna say Mary Jane, bruh. Virgin Mary. But Catherine denies this, so I don't know what's true. It's just honestly comical. At this point, their relationship is a laugh and a half.
And it got so bad to the point where she was doing it once a month. She became addicted. Usually people do it once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times in their entire life.
Okay, and now he's talking about ayahuasca. I don't know how to pronounce that. I haven't heard him say it yet, but it's the drug that people take or whatever, the psychosis. I don't know. My whole thing, and all we can really speak about that is just, it's so irrelevant to what the whole point was of her book coming out. Like, it's just like, Austin, you could have did this at a later time. Like, I honestly respect what he's saying, and I get his point of view, and honestly, it does question Catherine and everything about whatever, but it's just such a bad timing, and it makes it not credible at all. honestly, like that's how I feel. Like take accountability of what is first being like talked about, which is like it's just common, like I feel like manipulator energy that when their bad is being brought out, they gotta bring out the worst in whoever is talking about them. You know what I'm saying? Like it just makes him look so bad. And it's just sad that people are taking his side or believing him. And it's not that I don't believe him, but it's like you're being a terrible person right now by not just taking accountability of what you did wrong, and we can go from there. Like you are trying to now make it this whole thing on Catherine is crazy.
During this process and her going out, traveling and going on retreats, she found somebody. And I came across their messages and I didn't know what to make of it. I couldn't comprehend it. I couldn't understand it. But she told me that they were friends that met through their spiritual journey on one of these retreats. Just friends. Here are the messages that I came across that I didn't know what to think of it. And that's why I took her word and believed her, because I had no idea what the fuck this meant. What does that mean? What type of language is that?
I cannot, bruh. Okay. Stop. Please stop. Help me, God. Please. He is a character. This man is literally a character. Like, you can't even take him seriously. What type of language is that? I cannot. Okay. That's Austin's POV. And that's his lore. That's his tea. Pretty much that she's crazy. She's an ayahuasca maniac. I'm not fully in tune with what it is. It's apparently a drug that puts you in some kind of psychosis that you go crazy, but it's supposed to be spiritual. I don't know. So yes, that is tea. Like, Catherine, I hope you're good, babe. Honestly, I'm glad that there's nothing wrong with spirituality things. I don't know. I'm very unfamiliar with that category of things. It doesn't, and that's why I'm shutting it down so quick, is it doesn't even matter, because it's not the point of why we are here today, Austin. That's not the point why we're here today. The point is that you cheated, and yes, you're trying to take accountability, but do that and shut up. Like, you can tell your story, which obviously is tea and it is valid to speak about, but it shouldn't come from just trying to defend yourself because Catherine posted a book that bashes you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really makes you look really bad that was your take on it. And that's all I'll say about that. I don't know. He just made himself look really bad. And I'm praying for Catherine, honestly praying for him too. But we could get deeper and deeper and deeper, and I could dive deeper and deeper and deeper because I am so passionate about it. But I think we had a good spiel. Honestly, just overall talking about the A's family it's sad because I grew up on them. I very much looked up to them as a YouTuber and content creator, and I loved what they stood for until I realized it was fake. Of course it was fake. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's very niche if you are not an Ace family knower. Hopefully I explained it well enough that it made some kind of sense. Guys, I freaking suck. I just realized my mic was not on that last bit of the video. Whatever. Love you. I should have been this close to the mic this whole time and nobody told me. Oh my god. You guys can like actually hear me now. I swear I'm gonna get it one day. I'm gonna get the whole technology side of YouTube one day, and the editing also. Like, Lord have mercy. Oh, see, that was too close. Lord have mercy. I don't know. Love you.